ready.
For y'all.
Yeah, so long. Make sure we on. Uh, all right, we are. Okay. What's up? Welcome to Famous Friday. And
What's up?
today,
What's up? What's
what's
up?
up?
A
What's
beautiful day in
up?
the neighborhood today.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. This evening, we are here with Tedora Brown, a Republican congressional candidate for Illinois 11th Congressional District, entrepreneur,
Yay!
and advocate from the Chicago area. She's been in the headlines, she's been in the fight, and tonight we're talking about her campaign, the challenges she's faced, and her views on election integrity, accountability, and the political system as a whole. This
Yeah.
is about hearing directly from the candidate, her story, her perspective, and what she says voters should know. Tedora, thank you. Welcome to Famous Friday.
I am so
Yes.
glad to be here. I finally get a chance to be on here with you guys. So thank you for just letting me come on. Thank you for this opportunity. This is perfect. This is
Mhm.
All
perfect.
right. So, for the people just hearing your name for the first time, who is Tedora Brown outside of politics?
So I can go on and on about the things that I have done, but I will start out by saying that I am a God-fearing mother. I am a grandmother. I am a homeschool mom. I am an American business entrepreneur. I can say a lot of different things about who I am. And I'm sure people have Googled me to find out exactly who I am. If you put me in Chat GPT, and also in AI and all these different type of media things that they have, so they see a lot of things that I have accomplished in my years. One of my main things, I was a child care center mogul. So I opened up child care centers. I've helped people open up child care centers. That is what I did. I'm a school teacher by trade. So
Mm.
the children is everything to me. One of the reasons why I opened up Napier Montessori Academy, which is because of my oldest son. He's 15 right now. He's homeschooled. Is because the traditional learning was just not. It wasn't working for him. He didn't. It just was not for him. So I decided to open up Napier Montessori Academy to bring the Montessori to the district, which I actually took over DuPage Montessori Group. It was their school at first, so it was easy for me to come in and just go according to their actual curriculum and all of the wood stuff and just all of everything. So that was one of the reasons why I did that. I do have a 6-year-old too, and he is in first grade. He's also homeschooled. And my older children always went to private schools. So private Christian schools, which my oldest daughter is 29. So they never really had a chance with being in public school system until I actually purchased a home in Romeoville. And I said, well, let me just try this out. We're paying all these taxes. Soon as I let them get into the public school, why she get into a fight? First fight ever in her life. Public school, jealousy is everything. So I pulled her out of that school and I sent her to, we actually moved. It was a big, huge thing that happened at that situation. But we moved and I took her to Plainfield School District. And I had my oldest two sons too. So I just want to let everybody know that I am not a whore. I know this is being recorded because I've always had my husbands, right? So I've been married 3 times and I have had children by each one of my husbands. Yeah. So I try to follow the Bible as much as possible, just so people can know. And in between that time with me having, and I don't want to waste too much time on who I am. We can get down to business, but in between that time, I opened up several businesses for each one of my husbands. And because this is just who I am. And, you know, entrepreneurship is everything to me. My father, my grandfather, they all own their own businesses and they all owned land. So I just took on from the next generation to take it on to, keep their legacy going and becoming who I am today. So there's a lot about me. There's a
Oh,
lot.
Is
oh,
your daughter
okay.
the one who got in a fight? That's the one who was the MC.
Yeah.
She's like, we Republicans, and like, so if you
Yeah.
don't like that, that's just, I love it.
She like, listen, don't if you got a drink already, just that's enough. That's you
Yeah.
remember that?
Cortez, yes, I can see your comment. I'm laughing. He said, "Can Danielle sexy self see my comment?" Yes, Cortez. Yes, Cortez. How you doing? Yes, I can see your comment.
Yes,
Thanks.
honey.
Thanks for
Oh,
thanks for showing up tonight.
thank you. For showing up for Danielle. Thank you, Cortez,
Not for-
honey. What made you? What made you say, you know what? I'm running for Congress. Enough is enough.
So because of who I am, Congress will be the only place that I will be, especially here in the state of Illinois. I say that with good grace, and I'm saying that because we need to get to the federal level, right? Understanding people don't know that when you run for Congress, it's not just because someone came and vetted you and asked you, do you want to run for Congress? Oh yeah, come on, let's run. No, this has to be strategically planned. So we looked at the number. I looked at the number of seats in the House, right? And I'm a Republican. My job is to vet, to research and see where I can fit, because our job is to win elections, right? Not just to be out here with this political theater. So as I looked and I said, oh my God, listen, if some of these seats go away, our president could not only just be impeached, he is not protected anymore. So people don't look at that big picture of that, right? They're just like, oh, I'm going to run. This is what we need to do. No, we need to gain access to the federal level to make sure we're able to protect our president, right? People have to understand, regardless of what they say, that is scripture. Okay, we are supposed to pray for people that are in leadership.
Yes.
Of how you feel, you got to take the emotions off of it. And he was chosen by the people. So that was one of the reasons why. But one of the main reason is because I always say, if you're not going to do anything, if you're not going to step up, just shut up. Right. Just shut up. And this is one of the reasons why I continue to follow you guys from over a year ago, because you show the work. I don't care what people say, all of that noise put behind. I don't care nothing about nothing. If you're out there doing the work, I'm going to be behind you 100%. And so that's another reason why I was running for Congress as well, because we need to change legislation. What people don't understand is, in our district, which is the 11th district, Bill Foster has been in office for 16 years, right?
Bill Foster?
Yeah, he has been in office for 16 years. He has been in our district for 13 of those years, right? So he was in another district prior to him coming over to our district. And what people don't understand is, this man, he's over 70, I think he's like 72 or 73 years old. And we appreciate whatever you've done to stay in office, because you haven't done anything but sided with, illegal immigration, because there are so many subcommittees, and so he co-sponsors so many things that has damaged our constituents that can be there anyway, right? So I always say this, and that's why we goes back to term limits. And I believe that if the presidency is term limits, why is it that Congress is not? Yeah, there you go. Why is it that? And this is what you have to understand. People, and I'm not going to get too much in, because I have so many copycats out here, because I have some opponents, right? And they're taking everything that I'm saying in these debates, and they're just running with the stuff. And it's just funny because I'm listening to them, but it's okay. We all.
So wait a minute, Tedora, you're saying that when you're debating, they're taking your policies and your talking points, and see, that's what, that's one of the things me and Joe were talking about.
Yeah, they don't have it, and that's the thing. This goes into the petition challenge, and I'm going to be very vague on that. But let me say this: when we were at McHenry County's debate, I knew for a fact that they were listening to me from the prior debates, because it's being recorded. So when you listen to this stuff, it's like, this is what I said. This is what oh my God. And then I'm jotting down everything, like so-and-so said this person said this. This is why Jeff Walters, he's the mayor of Airborne. He is a part of the Kane County. Let me just tell you how this stuff is and it's going to push into the petition challenge, as well as election interference before even the election, guys. Right now, I'm a first-time candidate, and when I got in this, I knew that I had to be obedient, right? So I really didn't know what I was doing. I knew I had to get petitions and signatures and things of that nature. And there was, places, because I always take accountability when I do, right? So I was in different places that probably wasn't in my district. It may be across the street, right? So you might have Oak Park, Illinois, across the street of Chicago, right?
Right.
Because I'm from the West Side, so that's why I use those areas. So it was the same thing. You might have on the same block, on one side may be the 11th district, but on this side may be the 14th district.
Right.
I didn't know any of that, but one of the main things is when they see, I don't want to say a hustler, but someone who works hard, right, for what they do, there's going to be a lot of competition. So we recently found out, which we kind of already knew, that this conspiracy was going on. But that everything I'm saying is public records, right? It's nothing that you or whoever is listening to this cannot find on election.gov or go to the fec.gov, right? And just pull our names up and you'll see all the different stuff. This guy said in one of the meetings that he knew nothing about the challenge, right? I don't know anything about the challenge. I want to get away from that. And we left it alone because the campaign managers actually got together and said that we were not going to challenge our fellow Republicans. So your word is bond, right? Like I said, this is just how we live. Yeah, yep.
And we shouldn't. And we should not. That we have look. We have to deal with. We should not. All these Democrats that we have to go against.
Danielle, listen. While he was plotting against me, I was trying to figure out how we can take Bill Foster off the list. You understand?
Yes.
Does he live at this address? Did he put this down? Let me see what I can do. So I'm trying to pull the Democrat because that'll give us a way win. Let's go. He's plotting against me. This man spent $15,000 just in November and December to challenge me and Mike Pierce to get us off the ballot.
Walter?
Yes.
This guy is a second to the left. Well,
he's the only one with a top.
Right. Yeah,
so you're going against him, and that and all of them
except for the guy with the gray. No, he's
okay,
and then the lady next to me. No, so it's the three guys in the middle.
So you all came up and said, "Hey guys, we're not going to petition each. Do
the challenge.
Challenge any one of our petitions. We're just going to give them the ballot and let the people pick."
There you go.
That's why, and that's the way it should be, especially when we're in this Democratic stronghold. And Republicans, really, it's hard for them to get elected in the first place. We don't need no infighting.
Right.
We need to, right.
So that was always my message. Whoever is the strongest candidate, let's get behind this candidate because our goal is to win the seat. We're doing our best to win the November's election. So if it wasn't me, I would be cool. If it was, whoever, but evidently it was, because not only did we find out that, he challenged the petitions, Illinois is a nonpartisan, right? You don't have to, you don't have to say if you're a Republican or a Democrat. On my petition sheets, I had about 201 people that were not Republicans that voted behind my petitions. So technically, if you think the person that's looking at this is like, well, let's just check all these off, right? If we check all these off, she has to prove that they are, either Republican or she's going to have to do something. And if she received all these people to sign her petition and they're not Republican, then she has a better chance of winning. You feel me? So you have to follow, right? They always tell me now in this political game, follow the money, right? So you have to follow every sense of everything when you're dealing with this. So we go, and it wasn't a big issue. The issue came because the last hour, the last day, they filed the petitions. They filed the challenge, right? Yeah. So right now we're dealing with a person that is not worthy, that do not keep their word. That's a problem right there. That would actually, be dishonest and say that they didn't know anything about the challenge, but I believe they didn't think that I was going to push for it, right? So if I would have just let it go, no one would have found out about all this because we wouldn't have cared. But I worked too hard to let it go.
Right.
And I know that I had all my petition signatures. So I actually put on there, guys, over 1,100 signatures.
So they challenged it on the last day.
Last hour.
What?
At 4:47, my petition challenge was, you had it to 5 o'clock. 4:47, it was me, and I believe it was 4:43, it was Mike Pierce, which is another one of my fellow opponents.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he only challenged yours.
No, he challenged both of ours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yours and Mike Pierce?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And Mike Pierce is a good guy to me. He's a good guy.
So what they did was, so he lied to you, and so
everyone.
So you all didn't challenge him because you all thought you had an agreement, and he waited to the last minute.
Yes, ma'am.
To challenge you all, and that way he don't get challenged.
There
you all do. So he just, oh my God, that's some. He definitely shouldn't be on the
ballot.
Office.
No,
he shouldn't even be in office.
But what's crazy is you took people, right? Money, and they donate money to your campaign, right? When you donate money to your campaign, it's supposed to be in the rules that you use that for your campaign, correct? So we don't know if he used the money if the money that was raised, he used that for the petition signatures, this challenge. You get what I'm saying? From taxpayer people, monies, retirees, all these people. We don't know. We're just dumbfounded because are you telling me that the people that donated to you, that was believing in you, you used that money to challenge my petitions? I don't think that's fair. I don't believe that's fair. I think that is a X in integrity right there.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I don't care if it's me or my mother, whoever it is, you did it. It's right here in black and white. Okay. Even if you took the money from that you loaned yourself to spend that type of money, and don't forget, we went to court in January and we're still in court in February. So he's going to have to continue to pay if he's going to continue this. But let me tell you this, we gave them an opt-out. We called Thomas McCullough, right? We called him and we told him, and I say we because my team, right? If I ever go to the reference to the word we, people will know that it's my team. We contacted Tom McCullough because he's over the Congressional Republican organization and told him, listen, what is going on here? I thought we had an agreement. Call Jeff and tell him to call this off. We haven't heard from Tom McCullough since that day. That was November the 11th. Haven't heard. No. Haven't heard. So this is just crazy, y'all. It's really crazy. To push forward. Go ahead, Zoe.
Oh no. I'm just looking at Tom McCullough.
Yeah, it's just it's like so much that has happened for them to try to smear my campaign. I thought they were going to try to hit me with the stuff with the PPP. They said, forget that. That's let's come with some other stuff.
Because didn't nobody care about that. People like, really going about your business with that.
You hear me? Listen.
Right.
So that's what I was thinking. But they didn't came a whole nother different way. And I'm
like,
you know what? Like I say, a true patriot, we fight the challenge. I understand now what our president was going through.
Could you imagine?
I can't even imagine.
Could you imagine what and look, he's getting bad press all day, every day.
Yes.
So he can't do anything because any move that he make, that's a mistake.
Yes.
All day, every day. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine.
I cannot. When I tell you they really, really try to make sure that they bankrupt you. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They try to bankrupt you. Then guess what? If your name, just like you guys just said, is your name on the ballot, is not on the ballot, people are confused. I want to vote for her, but what if I don't know if her name is on the ballot? I want to give money towards her campaign, but what if she's not on the ballot? So endorsement has been smashed in the mud. right? All of this is just smear campaigning, right? All of it. It's just really, and I like to call it out for what it is. It's not no joke. Is really crazy because Jeff Walter's manager is Mary Buella, right? And she is the Kane County GOP freaking administrative executive vice president or something. How in the heck could you be the campaign manager and a part? What type of conflict of interest is that?
This Kane County?
Kane County.
Listen, we're going up there for that dinner.
I know. Let me tell you guys what's crazy. So, not only is she a part, and like I say, everything I'm saying is not allegedly. This is public information. You can go to her LinkedIn account and you'll see she's also a part of the Congressional Republican organization. So all of this just tying in together, it's like, this is just, a domino effect. Are you freaking kidding me? So Kane County decided not to put me on their website. How I found out, guys, guess what? When I found out that you guys was going to be at the Kane County, what is it, Lincoln Dinner or whatever they're having?
Yeah, Lincoln Dinner, yeah.
I went to support you guys to pay for the $100 candidate sponsorship. These mugs don't even got my name in there. Don't even have my picture up there. Don't have nothing up there about me. So I will be calling them, telling them I want my money back. 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because this is the thing.
And that's your county.
That is my
county.
Counties. We have 8 counties. So we have Boone County, DuPage County, DeKalb County, Cook County. We have McHenry County. We have Lake County. We have Kane County and DuPage.
And so they are just, what they're trying to do is make sure they get the people that they want in.
There you go.
And the ones who they don't want in, they're going to make sure everybody going to stick together to make sure that you don't
get in.
Yes.
But see, what they don't understand is this. When you have been chosen, there's nothing you can do.
That's right.
You can't do it. They can't do anything about it. They have tried every which way. Some of my petition signatures, my petition sheets, when I got them back from when we had them CRO walks, some on one stamped, some on one notarized. It was all bull crap. I couldn't even. I would inbox some of these people and say, "Oh, you forgot to do this. Oh, you forgot to do this. Don't worry about it. I'm just not gonna use it." So it's like, is all this have all this been premeditated this entire time? Like, let's just keep it up.
Maybe. Let's just maybe.
One thing I've learned, especially when I was under federal indictment, baby, the truth is the truth. Okay. And it's true. So I'm not going to say anything that I cannot back up and prove. That's
right.
That's exactly how I feel.
I'm not going to do it. I can't prove it to you. I'm not going to talk about it. So I was glad that I came this Friday because the FEC information had came out on the 30th, by the 31st. So that was good. It was great timing. One thing, my attorney said, just follow the money. Don't worry about anything. Just we'll see. And we kind of knew because guess what, guys? The older lady who is the one that signed the document for my petition challenge, her name is Blanca Sodders. She lives in Elburn. This lady's 74 years old. She's never got a copy of my petitions. She never signed my signature pages. She never did anything. So how in the heck, without cussing, would she know anything about my petitions?
They so used to not winning.
Yep. Thank you.
And this is the first time in history that it's enough Negroes.
There you go.
To pull the win in for Chicago.
Yep.
From all sides, west side, north side, south side. and they're intimidated. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's intimidating. And it's sad too because you got to hear, from the raggedy left.
Yeah.
See, that's why. That's why
Yeah.
I don't wow. I know why I don't wow with them. But it's like that's because ain't nobody started up the engine over here for Black Republicans.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. Y'all been driving with no. Y'all don't have nothing in y'all car. No gas.
You don't have
No
nothing.
oil.
Nothing.
Y'all on fumes over there in the Democratic. Yeah, it's nothing. There's nothing left.
Nothing left.
So now that it's a shift,
yeah,
you gotta block out the rhinos and the rhinos on both sides, black and white.
yeah.
And get the Hispanics, all the rhinos that ain't true to it, Asians, all that ain't true to it. You get them out
Just
and
go.
put the real moderate Republicans in. And that's just what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Like everything got too extreme. It's too extreme right. It's too extreme left.
Yeah.
But ain't nothing compared to what's going on over there on that left side.
No.
Nothing.
People, like I did a video before when someone, I didn't listen. My biblical principles do not align with the Democratic Party at all. Since 2015.
At all.
Okay.
Mine
16,
either.
I pushed it. Okay, but 16, I voted for Trump. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to say that the reason why these people are all around, I don't want to say coming for me, but are to the point where as though they're just trying to push me out, is because I am the only Illinoisan in this race. I am the only one that was born here in Illinois. Okay. I vow not to leave my state, but to fix it. Right. If I go to Florida, I can win, I can do everything, but that is not what God told me to do. So if you don't act in obedience, you're just going to fall.
Exactly.
And this is the reason why I'm continuously to run and the act of being obedient, because I know what obedience is going to get us to. It's going to get us to the promised land.
Yeah.
Back to bringing God back into our country. As I stated to these people, and I'll say it, we got 2 debates next week, that a satanic spirit has snuck into our country. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
If we look out and see what's going on, come on, it's
obvious. It's obvious. You can see it in the Christians or the people who say they believe in God, Jesus, and you don't see it. Then you need to go and really talk to God and see if you really saved or if you really a child of His. If you can't go outside and look and see what's going on and see that Satan has taken over.
Listen, it's to the point where as though we have Black politicians. I mean, harboring. I'm going to continue to say that because that's what you guys are. That's what they're doing, right? You're harboring illegal immigrants.
Yeah,
harboring.
Yes, that's what they're harboring these people.
That's against the Constitution, right? That's the law. That's the Constitution. You cannot harbor a or bad illegal aliens like you. That's a federal law. That's a constitution, though. That's in the Constitution.
It's going back to nobody, no one, they don't care about the law anymore. It's over. They don't follow the law. And let me tell you that in our state, because they don't get no type of consequences, they get set free. You set somebody on fire, you can go get the ankle bracelet on. When the heck? What the heck? When the heck did this happen?
We can't as a conservatives. We can't because remember when the lady was I can't remember her name when she was protesting at the abortion clinic. Remember that?
Betty. I forgot her name, but yeah.
Remember she got what she did. They gave her 2. They was trying to get her. She did 2 years, and President Trump just pardoned her. But they tried to give her a lot of time for that. Yeah,
that's her name, Beverly.
He did, I believe, 2 years, and President Trump pardoned her. But That's how they feel about us. They're gonna throw us in jail, but you see these people are allowed to
To
do
do
the same
everything.
thing, go into the church and and protest and do what they do, and block and impede, obstruct ICE officers with a gun, try
Yeah.
to run over, actually hit ICE officers, and do
Right.
all of that, and a judge let them right back out. They're protected.
They're
While
protected. We are
while
not protected.
yeah,
If you are a Republican, I can attest to that. If you let me
yes,
say this, I'm just gonna say this, and I'm not trying to bring up my case, but I'm just gonna.
yeah, that's her. Yeah.
When I had my daycare centers, yep, that's her. I was providing for a lot of urban communities, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
had people that was actually I was receiving Illinois Action for Children, people that were on welfare, on TANF, which TANF means temporary assistance for needy family. It doesn't mean permanent. So that's what people have to understand. So you're supposed to get off that system. All types of people in the neighborhoods, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were fine with me. I had the daycares for 20 some years. That's how I built myself on my daycare centers, right? Soon as I became a builder, soon as I started talking home ownership, soon as I started talking about people getting off of Section 8, soon as I decided to be the real community builder that God wanted me to be on purpose, building homes and getting people loans and helping them get inside houses, I get attacked. You know why? Because now people don't have to depend on the system.
Because see,
Yeah.
you are not, because see, that's why we keep, man, this is so important that we keep talking about this. That's, see, what's happening in our community is not by chance.
Oh no.
It's orchestrated.
Oh yes.
And we keep telling people about they're trying to push affordable homes. I mean, affordable homes or housing, not homes, housing,
Right.
while taking our property,
Yep.
property that you own.
Yep.
They want to take and put you in affordable housing.
Yeah.
And then when you get people like you and
Yep.
us who really are trying to help our
Yep.
people and say, no, you don't want to be connected to the
There
system.
you go.
You want to be self-sufficient. That's the way
Yeah.
God called you, to not
Yes.
depend on them. And you can just do what you want to do. You want to build. You want to have
Yes.
businesses. You want to have land and
Yeah.
ownership.
Mhm.
Then you're a threat, and
You're a
then that's
threat.
when they start coming after you.
Oh yeah.
And that's why we don't have nothing in
Yes.
our community far
No.
as businesses. And that's why home ownership, they're taking it, they're stealing it, they're raising our property tax, eminent domain. They're talking about they're taking it for some projects. This
Yeah.
is for the projects that they have, like the Obama Center and things like
Oh
that.
yeah.
This is orchestrated. People will not listen and wake
No.
up, and they won't put the money behind people like us,
Like us. No.
who's really trying to make a difference in the community.
In the community. They don't, and I've learned too, especially building out in the south suburbs, we had to knock down maybe about 4 abandoned buildings around the level of where we were at, right? And I remember a lady coming up asking, why are you guys knocking those buildings down? I said, ma'am, listen, what if someone was in there getting raped? What if a family is living in there and it's uninhabitable? The lady said, I didn't think of it like that. People perish because of the lack of knowledge. That's another scripture. And I'm saying this to say that these people, they really don't know, y'all. They really do not know. But what's crazy is they allow the people that they've been used to listening to, like the Democrat Party, take on their ear and forget everything that we just said and just running on over there. It's absolutely, it's crazy that we're living in these type of days. And
it is in 2026. It's insane.
It's very scary. It's very scary that we're doing this. There's no way that we right now should be where we was at. I'm not trying to bring up this politician. I'm not gonna bring her name up, but I seen her standing outside, no ICE, abolish ICE. Black lady, right? Running for Senate, right? And I'm saying to myself, with all these, I don't know if they're illegal or not, but all these Hispanics and maybe a few, count the few Black people behind her, right?
Right.
And I'm saying, this is the thing. Once you cross that border, right? You have 100% at this time committed a crime.
Yes, you have.
So why? How are you different from anybody else, anyone else? I just want if somebody can tell me how are they different? They're being protected for committing a crime, and we're getting asked out for trying to fix the crime.
Right. For trying to
not
fix the
making any
crime,
sense.
or
Trying to fix the crime. You got
or the federal government just following the law and
They don't
following the
know
law
enforcing the
and giving the
law,
criminals out.
like
enforcing the laws that we already have. If we
Yeah.
can enforce them laws at the federal level, let them do their job. But let's go back to the beginning to why they're even here. Because it's gonna take me to the voters, right? Because they won't send the people back.
Right.
Why?
Why
won't y'all send them back? Why won't y'all send them back? We heard, I'm gonna say his name though. We heard Senator Schumer, right?
Chuck Schumer.
Publicly speak out saying that we need the illegal immigrants and migrants to come over so they can produce. You know why?
Yeah.
Because you guys are killing our babies.
Yeah.
They're getting pregnant. They're getting impregnated. They can have the kids, but you guys are letting them kill the kids. When I believe going back to this, a whole nother different situation. But if you have an abortion, you have premeditated a murder.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, and I think that. See, my thing is this: we have to call right, and wrong, and we cannot, play with that. Now, you may do the crime, but you still have to acknowledge that it's wrong.
There you
go.
You
know what I'm saying? Yes. You can't start justifying it and then say it and then make that right. I mean, that wrong right. You have to understand it's wrong. And I'm doing it, and let me ask God to forgive me and try to be better. But you cannot condone that and then justify it in your head. You cannot do it. So for people who do get abortions, who have gotten abortions, then maybe you didn't know, or you felt like that was your only choice at that time.
Yeah.
But now that you know better, don't condone it. Call it what it is. Ask God to forgive you. And do better, protect yourself, do different, but you cannot justify what they're doing. They're pushing laws that you can kill the baby even up to 8-9 months. Let me murder.
To that. So I had a son that passed away in 2015. He was 13 playing basketball, right? And it was a sudden death, right? We found out he had a heart condition called myocarditis, right? And I said the devil was already after him in the beginning because I went to go have an abortion with this baby, right? But they said, I went to have the abortion at a Planned Parenthood, right? I was 20 years old at the time. I already had 2 kids, and me and their dad wasn't married we eventually got married. But anyway, I'm saying this to go piggyback on what you just said. When I went to the abortion clinic, they went through everything. They called me back in the room. It was me and another girl and said, we can't do your procedure because you're 21 weeks, right? They gave me options. You can go take this pill today. Tomorrow you're going to dilate. You come back on the 3rd day. We're going to scrub your this. It was horrible to even hear, right? So I'm like, how many people just don't even listen to all this? Because I was asking questions. So what's going to happen after I take the pill? So, they just tell you, you can come pick up the two pills or whatever. And that's the end of it. So I was asking questions like, okay, so what's going to happen after this? What's going to happen after this? What's going to happen after this? And as they was answering my questions, I said, so I'm about to have a baby? Because that's technically what I'm doing. You're dilating, right? People don't understand. You are going through the symptoms and everything that you're doing. You're going to contract. You're going to do. They are actually making you contract to have a baby. This is what they explained to me. So thank God I didn't have the abortion.
So you would, because you would basically take the pill. It would kill the baby while it's in you, and then you come out and still.
They said I was going to have to contract, and I was going to dilate. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So you basically going through they're going to have having contractions and going through this. It was sad to hear. And I thank God that I didn't abort him because he was here for the reason he was here, because he changed state laws. After that happened to him, he actually, one of the state representatives had lived in our subdivision when we was living in Bolingbrook. And they, you know how you would take those tests, physical tests, when you are a kid, when the kids get ready to play basketball, any type of sports, and they'll just give you, in our district, they actually changed it, whereas though you have to do an extensive check after he passed away, because he had just had a physical. But it was just like touch your toes, you know, touch your head, you know, wave your arms, you know, do the basic thing they were doing at first. And we never knew if he would have had an extensive test, we would have found out he had that myocarditis. But the state representative, he actually introduced the bill, and the bill had passed for our district.
See, everything happened. See,
yeah. So
yeah,
you know, he did his birth was not in vain, and
right.
I always, you know, thank God for that. But I wanted to touch back on that when it came down to the abortion portion of it.
Yeah, that's serious.
The election integrity. So one of my all of this is public records. One of the general counsel on the state board of elections. She's the one who had denied. It was so if anyone is listening and have time to go to the YouTube version of the Illinois State Board of Elections, put in January 7th, scroll all the way to the end. That was when my case was called. You can just hear all of the bull crap. All these Democrats it was ridiculous, crazy. They said it was the first time ever they had to continue it for the next day. So we went back the next day for them to, you know, say no. Going back to, you know, I don't know why they made that decision when it was clearly there with me providing the proof, the burden of proof that, you know, the guy was a signer on the actual petition sheet. But going back to the Democrats pushing, this is the same lady that denied the voter data registration information. It's in the Chicago Sun-Times. She's the same person that actually said that she will not be releasing the data. So I said to my attorney, if I would have known that she was the person that I was about to go in front of, I would have had to do some more praying, because I didn't know that this lady, I didn't even know that they even had, and this is what Andy Williams kind of talk about. They think they have the power, but it's really us, the people, that have the power, because we put them there.
We put them there. We had the power to remove these elected officials, but they keep telling you that you know it's rigged. It's nothing you can do, where people just say, okay, I don't even want to vote. When you have that defeated mindset when they defeat you before they can even get you to do, then you already defeated. We have to say, okay, if you all are rigging these machines and doing things like that, and we can't get those things taken care of before the election, then we have to make it too big to rig. See, we have the power to do anything. It's just that they defeat you before you even get started. You know how many people we hear that Zoe and them say they don't even vote? They don't even vote because they feel like it's no use to vote because it don't matter.
Yeah, let me tell you. I went door to door. I don't even know how many doors I knocked on, but it was so many. Like I said, we had 8 counties. People were so surprised because they said Republicans don't even knock on doors.
Yes.
They don't even knock on. So basically, y'all just gonna let the election go. It's the same thing that's what's going on right now. I appreciate, you know, because I forgive Jeff Walters, because that's what the Bible do, right? So I forgive the man. I forgive him what he tried to do. He tried to plot up against me. He tried to crucify me. He tried to persecute me, right? But I do forgive him and his team for, you know, forgive them for they don't know what they do. But he's a Navy guy, right? Then Mike Pierce is a veteran, and I think Charlie Kim is like some with the United States ambassador or something. But I told them before, and I said this publicly, and I'm gonna say it again, that we appreciate you guys for serving our country, but now it's the time for them to pass the baton, right?
Yeah.
It's time for them to pass the baton to the next generation of patriots like ourselves that have the energy and the tenacity that can take on the incumbent to win the November's election. See, they're worried about these primaries right now. We got an election to win in November. That people are not thinking about that. Who can win over the incumbent? It's the same thing with the governor's race. You might like this person, you might be loyal to this person, but can this person beat this person beat the incumbent? If you
Yeah.
can't beat the incumbent, get out the race.
Right. If you know, right. That's true because we
That's
want to
it.
win. We
We
want
want
to
to.
win.
We,
So what?
we must
So
win.
what? Okay. So what about you? Far as well, with your. So when you say you don't want your policies, why should someone say, okay, I want to vote for you? What would make me say, oh wait, oh yeah, let me vote for Tedora?
Mm-hmm. So, well, I would always tell people this: I'm not convincing, I'm not pressuring anyone, I'm not pushing. I'm just going to tell you guys this: why did you vote for Bill Foster? That would be my first question. That would be my first question to anybody. Why did you vote for Bill Foster? If I'm talking to a Democrat, if I'm talking to a Republican, I'm going to tell them, listen, I'm not going to give you guys all my policies. I'm not going to do that right now. We're going to have to wait till after the primaries because what I've endured, I'm not playing games with you people. I don't even.
You right.
I'm serious. I will not allow you guys to push me into water. And I know I know how to swim 6 feet, right? I don't know how to swim 12 feet. So why would I jump into that pool knowing that the pool is 12 feet? I just won't do it. I don't care. It's not they what they need to do is swallow their egos and know that I'm the one that can get the crossover votes. They know this. I'm the one that can talk. I can deal with the independents. I can deal with the Democrats. We're going to listen. We are outnumbered by the Democrats, guys. 100%. If you look up at the polls right now, 400,000 people already. The Democratic Party has asked for mail-in ballots.
Don't have.
We only got 100-some thousand.
Yeah.
That's not making any sense.
But you know that's and you know the mail-in ballots. You know that's where they cheat at.
Yeah, a lot of them come from the graveyard, though.
Yeah. And we got illegals here.
250,000 of them.
And we got some illegals here. They don't who got voters.
That's what I was about to say. Let me say this though, Danielle, because I don't want to get off track with the question that you asked. I don't want to give out my exact, all my strategy and the policies that I.
No, you can't. You can't.
But I want to give a general idea.
That's smart.
A general idea. The first thing we need to do is get these illegals out of here. We need to secure the public safety. 100%. We need to cut taxes. Do you know the federal taxes need to be cut? We was having this conversation about Kane County, right? And how the clerk in Kane County had froze the levy tax for 8 years. Do you hear me? We need to do something whereas though individual taxpayers, it's scary to even go to the next bracket.
Yeah, you can't go to the next. You can't. Yeah.
Next bracket, you messed up. You are literally messed up. And for small business owners like myself, we need to figure out what's going to make it easier because when April 15th comes, we dread to see April 15th. You know why? We got to make sure every receipt is in. We got to make sure, if we don't have everything that we need to file for our business, do you know what we have to do? File an extension. We have to get that approved. So we definitely have to make sure of that. We do. Let's go out. Let's talk about education.
They said Moron Madani had like 80,000 people knocking on the doors.
Did he say?
Right. They had all their money. Yeah.
But listen, that's another thing too. I wanted to say that when you talk about one of my opponents that's been out there receiving public money from people and you're not using it in the correct way, that right there should be a criminal crime. That should be a crime. That should be a crime. If you are not, of course I want to do, of course I want money, of course I want to ask people for money. But at the end of the day, I have to make sure I'm securely on the ballot. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it goes back to the fact of when it comes down to smearing campaigns and doing all this, election interference. Earlier when we started talking, I gave y'all all them different people from that area that came together in Kane County to scrutinize my campaign, right? To scrutinize my campaign. I never asked them people for one thing. I never asked them to do anything for me. I did not. I promise you I didn't. I was loyal to the party.
Right.
You understand? And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it with every breath in my body that I'm going to be in the November's election one way or another. They can take it how they want to take it. That's just it. We're going to be in that election. I promise you, on the Congress level. There's no bagging down. There is no bagging up. There's no bagging down. We never surrender. And we just never surrender. A true fighter, we real fighters.
Yeah, we real fighter. Yeah.
For real.
Because now, do you think that because you say you have 2 debates coming up?
Both of them is League Women. Back up. I'm sorry, that's my baby. League Women Voters, Naperville, that's February 10th. And then the League Women Voters of Central Kane County, that's February 11th.
Is it going to be like on Zoom, YouTube?
The first one is going to be on Zoom. The second one is in person. But I think they have it on YouTube or something. They display it.
Make sure you give us a link so we can put it in here. So we can watch. But also, let me just ask you a question. The reason why I asked you that. So how do you feel about, so when you go to the debates, are you going to discuss your policies there because they can take it? Because I feel you. Like I was telling Zoe, we got some good policies too. We got some, we know what we're going to do. Yeah. But just like, remember when Trump came out with that no tax on tips, and then Kamala came back a little bit later talking about no tax on tips. Remember
that's right. Yes.
So and they're doing it in your face. The Democrats have no shame. They'll take your policies, or the Republicans take your policies, and they'll act just like it's theirs. So I get you with that. And but the fine line is, so people want to know who you are and your policies, but yet, like you said, you don't want to give them away before the primaries because people just take that and run with it. So how are you going to orchestrate that during your debate? How are you going to do that?
So with the debate, they don't ask us about the policies. Every debate that we've been through, they ask us about what can we do to help our district. So they're asking about safety. They're asking about education. They're asking about national policies. They're asking about foreign language. They're asking about AI. They're asking about job economic creation, the economic development. They're asking about all of that, which is what at the last debate. It was really funny because they asked about biological women and women's sports. Of course, that's me. They asked about small business owners. I'm the only one that actually have a small business, that have had small businesses here in the state of Illinois. So I was able to answer all these questions. And when it comes down to AI, I know that AI is not going anywhere. We've been dealing with AI since we was in grammar school. Now it's out here. It's not going anywhere. So we're going to have to learn how to integrate, when it comes
we have to.
When it comes down to foreign policies, I believe that every policy needs to be reevaluated. You understand? Because it's the point now, whereas though they are not following any of the rules at all.
Right.
Their security is breached. I told them at the one debate, I'm like President Trump. I'm not going when he got what's his name? The Venezuelan man, Mandarani.
Maduro.
Yeah, Maduro. He said, what did he say? He said, I'm not going to, I didn't tell them because I didn't want them to leak it.
Because they gonna tell. That's what I said. They have been told him where Maduro, Trump coming here, he's getting ready to do. They would have gave him a heads up. Exactly.
And guess what? We wouldn't have had him.
Yeah, they would hurt this country to make sure Trump failed. They would let this country fall.
Yeah.
Just for Trump to fail. Yeah.
That's another reason too. I just can't do it at this moment. I will say this though, and I want to say this is the first time that I'm actually talking about this on your show. Bill Foster, I told you guys, had been in office for 16 years, and he's only passed 3 bills. 3 bills, 16 years, 3 bills, 174,000 a year. 174,000 a year times 16 years is over 2 point some million, something like that or whatever. And only passed 3 bills. But you know what those bills were?
What?
The change. No, the bills that he passed was the United States to rename the United States Postal Services, post offices.
Wait a minute,
What?
girl.
Listen.
What the freak?
This is why I'm not giving out all my information, right? Because I
Right.
have good information and good strategies, and I know how to get there, right? I'm not a successful business person just because I'm just sitting here on my butt. No, I do this day and night. Before I get into anything, I research it 100% and make sure that I have to know it like yesterday, right? So if I do get asked different questions, I know how to answer them, and I know how to answer them, you know, with, like I told you, with receipts. This man only passed 3 bills, and I'm saying this because no one else in my in the 11th district that's running against me have ever mentioned this, right? So I know for a fact that I'm mentioning this first on your live stream. Bill Foster only passed 3 laws, and each one of those laws was to rename a postal service. And guess what? 2 of those was not in our district. Only
So
one.
we do like for the district, right?
Only one for Aurora.
How much you get? How much you get for doing that? I gotta look.
$174,000 a year.
Nah. He the union, postal union. You gotta see how much they donated to.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
That's what I'm
follow
saying.
the money.
Follow the money. Follow the money. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Follow the money. So this is the thing. Only thing you've been doing is co-sponsoring or doing, sound off. He's actually on the immigration subcommittee. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. I have
Bill
so
Foster
much.
might be now, so you might gotta get on that. He
Yeah,
might not know.
Or
might not know he on the immigration subcommittee.
What he just got somebody else standing in for him. I don't.
No, these people be rhinos. See, these people not real Republicans.
Well, no, Bill Foster is a Democrat. He's the one in there now.
Okay. Oh, wait. For shoot. That ain't. Okay.
Yeah, Bill Foster's a Democrat.
Yeah. Okay. Well. That's
Yeah.
Look, that's okay. That don't shock me at all. I'm surprised. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't sign something to make sure illegal aliens.
Oh, he did.
Everything.
Oh, he has. He has signed.
Yeah, he done voted for this man right here. Is illegal immigration king. He is the reason. He is okay with giving them immigration money, our money. He's okay with putting them in our communities. He's okay with all that as long as he gets his cut from the postal union service to keep naming them postal services.
There you go.
Renaming them. This is Bill Foster. Bill Foster, the postal man.
Oh
yeah, we have to make sure he get up out of there.
But that's exactly
that's a no-brainer.
I mean, even a Democrat should know this. At the end of the day, they should know that these people are not fighting for you. I'm not going to stop pushing and letting them know that the Democrat Party is not fighting for you. You know how I know? I used to be a Democrat.
Everybody, we all were.
Not me, man.
Oh, okay, well, so
don't put me in that category.
Right. Okay.
I was just out here winging it. I ain't know it was this bad.
It's horrible.
We all,
it's horrible. So there's a lot of different ways that we definitely can get what we need to make sure that it gets done. We're not gonna be able to do it let me tell you. So even one of my one of the guys that's running against me that did the petition challenge, he's what our president is actually. This is another thing I'm bringing up right now on your show. He's actually what our president is trying to demolish: birthright citizenship. His parents were illegal immigrants.
The one that's what I'm getting confused. See, with him and that. So we are talking about now. You talking about the one who
Republican.
Yeah, okay, Republican. Yeah,
Jeff Walters.
Jeff Walters still? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the guy
so Jeff Walters.
Oh, yeah. So he's trying. He's trying to end birthright citizenship.
No, he's a.
You don't want to?
No, listen. He's a product of what we are trying to demolish, which is birthright.
Birthright citizenship.
So that's something that they need to ask him. Are you
But
for yeah. See, we gotta get, that's what I mean. These people, we gotta understand who these people are.
that's
Well,
what, see,
see,
And
this, because this the thing. His parents, he said this. This is all public. I'm not making this up, and this is not alleged.
Mhm.
He called himself an anchor baby, right?
Mm,
I didn't know what an anchor baby was. This was at one of the township meetings. This was like 2 weeks ago. So an anchor baby is when two illegal immigrants come on American soil to have a baby, so their
right.
child can be, an American citizen.
Mm-hmm.
And I was confused on why would he mention it, but I'm glad he did, because now we need to know what is your real stance on this illegal immigration.
Yes.
You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
So there's so much that can come out of what we're trying to figure out when it comes down to this primary. Are you really who you say you
For
are? Are you
for
really
closed
there
borders.
you
Yeah.
go.
In
Yeah.
America's first, in Americans first, Illinoisans first, or are you okay with illegal immigration and their kids
Yeah.
being here and staying here?
Yeah.
Because yeah, these are things. This is
They
what
have
I
to come up.
mean.
Yeah.
These
Another
are
thing too,
things.
even another thing with him and the other Korean guy, which is Charlie Kim. If you have a picture of him, though, so
Mhm.
Jeff Walters and Charlie Kim, they don't want to dismantle the Department of Education. That's another Democrat move. We're trying to
Yes.
figure out so I tell them, bring it back to local government. I went to Chicago Public School, and we had PIDEA programs and everything. A lot of, we were smart kids growing up, that's not what's going on right now. So I don't know if he's getting back what he did to me. I'm wondering now is like, are you getting some type of grants or something? Are you getting
Are
paid?
you a Democrat, really?
That's
That's
the
what.
number one thing.
Because I keep telling people, see, we preach,
He definitely,
we pre-
he's a
oh,
Democrat.
that's him. See,
No,
we
that's what Charlie can do.
yeah. So we preach policies, right?
Mm-hmm.
We tell people to look at the policies. Now, when you have someone who policies or what they believe are similar or with the Democratic Party, then you got to understand it's probably a Democrat,
You are right.
because the policies are very different when it
Yes.
comes down to Republicans
Mhm.
and Democrats.
Mhm.
Very different. And if you have Republicans are for closed borders,
Mhm.
they are.
Yeah,
So
100%. Build a wall.
yeah, 100%. And therefore America first, the Americans first, the citizens first. When we think about how DeSantis run Florida, it's
Mhm.
all about his constituents. It's all about America. It's all about Americans. It's all about business owners, property owners. Those are gun rights. You make sure that we are there protecting your gun rights, your
Oh, yeah.
First Amendment. So when you think about that, it's a stark difference
Mm-hmm.
in
So
what the policies are.
you want me to answer that question, though?
Yeah, Miss Shay. Hey,
Okay.
Miss Shay. She got a few questions in here, so I was just trying
Okay,
to
let's
give
see.
one. Yeah.
What
So
she
she's
say?
like, I want to know, why do Congress like to go to other countries on tax dollars money? Are you going to vote to get rid of inside trade?
Inside trade needs to be shut down. 100%.
Mhm.
I don't. And this is another reason too. I'm not doing this for the money, right? You can look at the financial reports and you can see what we all have prior to, and this is how prior to us running for Congress, right? So it'll show every property you have. It'll show what you have, how much you own. You may, on paper, you might be worth $10 million, correct? You understand?
Mhm.
Well, this is what I'm saying. All this is public records. I'm saying this to say that you don't come to Congress to get rich and get
Right.
wealthy. That's not your job. Our founding
Right.
fathers wanted citizens like myself, like you, to be in office. This is what they fought for. This is
Mhm.
this is real talk. The founding fathers wanted American citizens to be representatives. And not career politicians. Not in there for
Right.
20 and 30 years. That is absolutely
Yes.
That's
stupid.
crazy.
I mean,
Mhm.
to
Please.
use the word the way the word used to be used, that is totally stupid. If you have been in office for 16 years, you don't even know what's going on in the real world.
Right.
No, that's
Right.
the problem right now.
You don't even know what's going. You don't even
That's
know what
the
we need right now.
problem right
Right.
now. Nobody knows.
You
You're
do
absolutely
not know
right.
what we need. You're not even
You-
here to
No.
even know what we need.
You're not in touch with the real people, the real citizens, and
Yeah.
what they're going through. You're
Yeah.
not in touch. You're so out of touch with them.
You're
You
out
really
of
are.
touch.
That's why.
No.
That's right, Tedora. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's
Are
why I gotta stay out. That's why I gotta stay outside. I can't be inside.
Are you for school choice?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm a homeschool mom. You
Oh,
understand what I'm
okay.
saying? So and like I said, my kids went to private Christian schools. So
Mhm.
education is
Yeah.
everything to me. I mean, it is everything. And like I said, we got to bring this back, y'all. We cannot
Like you
stop.
said, we in flames. The state is in
Listen,
flames.
the state, yes.
The state is in flames.
Yes.
It really is. Like,
No.
people need to understand, if you, for even like the Chicagoans that are watching right now from the South Side and West Side, who understand the movement,
Mm-hmm.
but don't understand why we're going Republican, right? So they understand the movement, understand that what I'm for, what I'm about, what Danielle is about. But us being going Republican, we have, first of all, I can vote however I want to vote. If I want to vote Libertarian, if I want to vote Green Party, if I want to vote Independent, I want to vote anywhere, what I want. That's what I can do. That's what makes the ancestors made sure that we had the right to vote, and we can vote, and I can vote for whoever I want. But however, I cannot afford to waste my Black American vote on the Democratic Party. When the Democratic Party has not given anything to Black Americans, including law protection. We have no attorneys.
No.
All these people that went to these HBCUs, all these people who are proud to say what divine line they came from and all this stuff. We can't get an attorney to stand by us when it comes to basic civil right violations like the First Amendment.
Right.
That is
You
crazy.
understand what I'm saying? So
That is
why would I take my Black American vote and give it to them? Why would I do that? Why? And then you sit here and tell me, well, the Republicans never did anything. Well, since I've been over here, since I took my walk over here to the Republican life, first of all, I didn't expect nobody to do anything. I was gonna come over here and set
And
up
do for
shop.
yourself. Do for yourself.
Set up shop and see what we need. Because these policies, I can deal with these. I'm an entrepreneur. I believe in family, faith, freedom, the U.S. Constitution. Yeah, school choice. Yeah, because these kids can't read. I gotta save these kids. Yeah, I can do this over here. Yeah, mind your business about what I'm doing. But yeah, I like this. And that's why I decided to build what I built. But I didn't build the Republican. I didn't build Chicago Fist Red to be asking for, please, can you please accept me into the Republican Party? Now I'm here. What's up? What's up? Do you want to meet and break bread and do business?
There you go.
Or not? Because we
still here.
are
We ain't
the
going nowhere.
culture. No.
Exactly.
We are the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that we do and we put our mind to it, we master it.
Yes.
And we master it because we are the chosen ones. I don't care what nobody says. People can say whatever they want to say.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, when you look at history, you would have to be a fool not to go back to go back to Frederick Douglass, Sojourner Truth, to civil rights, the radical Republicans that they don't speak about. They don't speak about the Civil War. They don't speak about the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. They can say, they can call this man whatever they want to call him. But he's the only one that's standing up talking about that Birthright Citizenship Act. None of them, including Obama, any of them are not talking about ending Birthright Citizenship Act. And if we do not end that, it's over.
No.
Yeah, if we don't,
No.
he's the only one trying to get these illegals out of here while they're fighting
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
And if we don't get those seats, like Tedora said, they're going to make it hard for him to do anything.
Oh, girl, we
that
gonna
we
be
vote
doing.
And he said that. And he said that.
I didn't even
Yeah,
know
he
it.
said that. He said that. Like, it is not a game out here. You understand?
No.
So, you know, at this point,
You don't have to. You don't have to like him. You may never go meet this man. You may never break bread with this man. You don't got to like this man. You don't have to like Trump at all.
Yep.
But you got to look at what he's doing and say, is this something that's affecting my family? See, I don't care about anybody, about who they are, as far as who they are as a, I look at the person, but I do look at the person character and things, but I don't care as far as, to get to know them on a personal level. The job that you have, do you do your job well? Because if you don't, that job affects me. Like Biden was a terrible president, and look what happened. Inflation, Bidenomics killed us. The border was open. We're dealing with that right now. So did it directly affect my family? Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
The Democrats right now in Chicago and Illinois, what they're doing is the policies are directly affecting me right now, my community. So when you look at that, I don't care, because I don't never have to go see you, meet you, or whatever. But your job, are you doing your job? If Biden was a great president, it wouldn't be like, oh, okay, I can't stand. No, he did his job. He was a good president, and but he wasn't a problem.
I'm not a fan of DeSantis.
Yeah,
but DeSantis is a good governor.
He's a good governor. Yes,
that's what I mean. Exactly.
Why would I? Like if it even the next election. You understand? If he's one of the people,
he's
man.
Like what? I'm saying he was a good governor from Florida. Abbott, a good governor. You understand? Like I see there's certain things a lot of people don't like Kemp, but Kemp held it down during COVID. He did not. He did not shut down Georgia when Keisha Lance Bottom was trying to shut down Atlanta. Imagine Stacey Abrams would have been in there. She would have been governor, and Keisha Lance Bottom would have been the mayor. Oh my God! It would have. Atlanta would have been. I mean, it's dying now. I don't want to talk about it, but all my restaurants that I watch open up are all leaving.
See?
Yeah. That's what happened. That's what I'm saying. That we like you said, we have to give credit where credit is due. And that's what I'm saying when it comes down to voting. You have to know who you're voting for. Stop voting for someone just because you know them. We got to vote for the person that we know that can win these elections. And all of this, just like when I was at one of the events and I asked Darren Bailey, what are you going to do about these sanctuary states and cities? What are you going to do about them? Because right now, we open still.
Yeah, we open. We're open.
You got the governor signing now. They able to get education for free, but my son is drives forklifts and he has to pay.
Exactly.
He can get his next. This is not cool.
Exactly.
I mean, but in our face, and you don't and people do not see that. Like all day today, y'all argued on Facebook. I did too because I had time, right? But all day y'all argued about something that everybody knows. I do it a lot. You try to screen record something, and then when it goes, but you try to, and then like sometimes it messes up. But sometimes like you gotta be like, I'm good at it though. But you gotta be real good to get every little thing to make it look like you really record, like it's real, like it's professional. So my thing is, people make mistakes, and people don't want to talk about the border. They don't want to talk about that Clean Slate Act that he just what's his name, Pritchard just signed. That education, That heat thing, the electricity thing that you were talking about, Danielle, with the
Electricity,
45%.
yeah, and
Yeah,
gas, and gas,
Yes, they
yeah.
don't want to talk about none of these things that are affecting this state, and that we're on. They
Mm-hmm.
don't want to talk about Flossmoor ain't got no money. They don't want to talk about Harvey. He ain't got no money, and that the state don't have any money to bail them out because they get all the money that they do have is for these elections.
Mm-hmm. They don't want to. They don't want to talk about the shooting and the genocide, the act of genocide
Right.
that's
Yeah,
happening in our community, where you just had people and young kids
Yeah.
brazen enough to go in the middle of the street in daylight with
And
big old guns and just go shoot up the neighborhood, shoot up cars, shoot up, go to in front of the police station, post up with your big guns with the drums in it in front of the police station and
yeah.
do videos. They don't want to talk about that. And then when President Trump said, you know, I can come in and help you because the people died, you
we
got
reject.
5 deaths a day. That's not normal. That's not
No, it's
cool.
not. No,
And
it's
then
not.
your governor and mayor told you that was racist, that he even wanted to come in and help, and everything is fine here. We're good here. We don't have a crime problem. While they're in these big old homes with cameras everywhere, with security everywhere, and you're out here, but they'll tell you you don't need no help. You good. And you see all this gun violence. You see, you can be driving down the street right now, and somebody just shoot right in front of you. You gotta stop your car and pray to God that they
Say
don't
nothing.
come and shoot you
We
because
out
you
here
might be a
playing Russian
witness.
roulette. We out here
We
playing
Yeah,
are
Russian
alive.
roulette.
But
We
they
y'all,
out
are
here
alive.
and they gonna elect them again. That's the thing. What's
And
crazy
they
is
gonna elect him
they
again,
gonna
and
elect
you
them
get no
again.
help. But
When
y'all want to argue. Y'all want to argue over something that's not affecting you, because it's not affecting you. That if he made the mistake, that's gonna affect your life one way or the other. But
Yeah.
everything that's happening right now, you're a kid and you can go out right now and die. When I don't know if y'all know, but when you dead, you don't come back on this side of the earth. You gone forever.
They don't know.
Forever.
They do not know. They don't. They do
Ain't no
not.
One
coming
more
back on this side.
one more thing. So what's the deal with the PPP thing? Like, have
So
they brought it out? Are they
huh,
gonna bring it out? Like the
I,
PPP thing.
I don't know if they're gonna
I
bring it
don't
out.
give.
No. I don't care. I don't know if they brought it out. If they're not gonna bring it out, I do not know. Right now, it was supposed to have been dropped until they found out I was running for Congress.
Oh,
They,
usually that's
yeah,
how.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
after
that's
that.
how it goes.
But I didn't know it. So I was told if you drop out, you good.
Oh, yep.
But guess what?
Oh,
I can't. I'm not. No. First of all, I didn't commit a crime. That's number one. And I have maintained my innocence because my daycare centers were definitely real. If anybody read that indictment said that I made up these fake companies. They call them fictitious entities. Okay. They said that I made up EIN numbers. Okay. Anybody with any common sense, my EIN number started with 34. Okay. That was way long time ago. And 5-1, I mean, so long ago, right? In 2005, 2008, and 2015. That's when them three. And they tried to say that the companies were not real. They didn't say nothing about not paying my employees. They said I had no employees. Okay. But guess what? I was receiving government money in the urban
right.
areas. The only thing about it is, like we just said, people make mistakes, and I said they made a mistake. They did what they did. They made a mistake, and you know,
But that's it. But basically, the charges would have been dropped if you would have
yeah.
not been running for
But I didn't know.
Congress.
I didn't even know. Because we had already put this agreement stuff together. They reneged so quick when they found out I was running for Congress. I'm like, is it this serious? But then I understood it was this serious once I seen people were trying to get me off the ballot. I'm like, so this political thing is really serious. So I know,
Right.
yeah. So I know that this is my purpose and why I'm supposed to go, because it's coming, the persecution and scrutiny, everything coming from each other way. And guess what? If I can't fight for me, I can't fight for them.
That's right. That's right.
These other people, they not fighters. I'm not
They're not fighters.
No, I'm not knocking them. I'm not. But what I am saying is we need somebody that can go up against AOC. No one's scared of you, girl.
Boy,
Listen,
I'm George. Oh my
Let
God.
me tell you something. Let me.
Girl, we need
This-
somebody to go against them. Yes.
Do you
All
hear
that
me?
lunacy.
Because at the end of the day, I don't know if you guys know, there are 29 Black women in Congress right now.
Mhm.
There's
Embarrassing.
not one Republican.
Embarrassing.
Wow.
Not one.
Wow.
29 embarrassing Black women.
29.
And see,
That's
you
fighting
need
for
a
Renee
real,
Good and Alex Antifa Pretty.
and that's why you need a real Republican sister.
Exactly.
So when they go to talking
Do you hear me?
that slave stuff, and they look and don't call them illegals and comparing their plight to slavery plight, and
But
we're
look, that's what
all
they've been
when
using.
you see when
They've
you
been
get to talk,
using our civil rights
yes.
movement, our civil rights act to get what they want.
That's why you
Right.
need somebody to say, hold on. Let me say this. Don't you ever
Do you hear me?
compare
Compare.
illegal aliens plight with us.
Slavery.
Don't you
Do
ever do that in disrespect. Yeah, see, you gotta have somebody, because I love my white sisters and brothers, but
Yeah.
they try to use a race card on you all, and that makes you all kind of back down.
Yeah.
Because they know it. They
Mhm.
know that they have pushed this agenda, this agenda. They have pushed this narrative that Republicans are racist, and especially if you're white and you're a
Oh
conservative.
yeah. Oh,
So
I've been told, you a nice Republican.
yeah. They
Yeah,
push this.
yeah. Oh wow, you're a Republican. I mean, I have people who, when I was getting my signatures, and I'm even like now, right, going door to door, like, oh, Democrat, right? Thinking I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm sorry, no, I'm Republican. Oh, no, come on, plain. They're just thinking just because you're Black, you're a Democrat. You know?
Right.
This is what we're gonna have to figure something out that's going to have to pour our state. They're trying to make our state a demonic Democrat dependency state.
Yes. Cesspool of
They are trying their best to make everybody depend on the government.
What George Orwell said.
Everybody. People that do not
Everybody.
want to depend on the government. You gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna depend anyway.
They gonna force you, Joe. They gonna force you because they gonna take your property.
They gonna take your property,
stealing
take your business.
Yes. Property. They're gonna force you into socialism and communism. This is what we're telling you. You don't have to volunteer it. They're gonna make you do it.
They're gonna make you do it.
It's just like George Orwell said. I always read the book, 1984. You will own nothing and be happy. That's what they're trying. It's a socialist, communist. He said, don't let it happen. It's a socialist, communist agenda, and they're pushing that. That's what they want. They're teaching our kids and indoctrinating our kids right now to embrace socialism and communism. So it's normal to them. So when they come up, it's normal to them. They don't, it's like, okay, that's normal. But
let's go back to the schools. Do you see, I'm gonna cut you off, Danielle, but do you see how many schools protest?
Yeah.
They let them. Listen.
Where DCFS?
We could not cut school, period. We are getting suspended for cutting school. If you cut school, you might as well. The parents gonna have a problem. This is my question. Where are the parents?
Yes.
The parents, are they socialists too? Where are the parents? I am not. This is going back to why I said local government, right? Bring it back to the local government, because there's no way that these kids are okay to protest against ICE. That means that you're going up against the government. It's going back to, excuse my language, but F the police. What are you teaching your children? This is not going to work. And anybody, it goes back to we talked about the Second Amendment, right? That's one of our right that we stand on. And our Second Amendment rights, we have the right to bear.
We sure do.
This is what you have to understand. They talked about the red flag laws, right? They talked about that. We know that red flag laws cannot. I didn't understand it. I had to do plenty of research on it, right? That is going to harm anyone from having their gun.
Yep.
So if anybody, just like in this state of Illinois, if somebody comes and say, "Oh, this person jumped on me," if they stand a complaint, they coming after you. No investigation, no nothing. They don't even care. Illinois, we cannot keep on doing this, y'all. This is ridiculous. It's this to the point with
Yeah.
flag laws. If somebody decided, well, she don't deserve a gun, they can call in and say this person don't deserve to bear arms, and then they will have to investigate if you are able to do that. That is out of order.
Right.
Yeah, because anytime you give Democrats, see, they want our guns anyway.
Yep.
Anytime you give them, you can't allow them to mess with that at all. No type of way, no type of, because if you open it, if you crack that door in with them,
Yep.
they taking your guns. See, they gonna take your guns. You
Yep.
can't even get them a crack in
Yeah,
that
we
door.
can't, but no gun.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I was not a like I never cared for like guns and
Mhm.
never believed in the whole gun situation until like around 21 around COVID.
Mhm.
COVID when there was a few people when people were shut down, when everybody, the whole world was shut down, man, the whole America was shut down. There were like these 4 or 5 kids robbing people in Georgia, like college black,
Mhm.
right? And they started looking for them, and then they ended up going into the wrong house. And it was a truck driver, and the truck driver usually would be on the road, but it's COVID, so everybody in the house.
Mhm.
They went in there and he shot him and killed him, killed
Mhm.
like 3 of them,
Mhm.
and they had guns and all that stuff as well, right?
Mhm.
So when I started seeing that, and then with the illegal immigration flooding with all these criminals over here, I'm like, nah, we ain't getting rid of no guns.
Right.
No, we
Right.
can't get rid of no guns.
No,
Right.
you have
How
to
we
protect yourself.
yeah,
Well,
we
you
got that. Every gun is staying. I don't care about some assault weapon.
There you go.
Every gun is staying.
it's
Every
safe.
gun.
Right.
Every gun.
Everyone.
We are under attack.
There
We
you
in a
go.
civil war. We in a
Yes.
civil war. Every gun.
Yes. Yes. What's going on with them liberals is absolutely. This is a different type of people. I don't know. this, this y'all. We got to call the kettle black. This is. Am I lying though? Like
No,
seriously,
it's a different type.
this is a different. It's
But
something I don't know if
It's
they're in the
indoctrination,
air
guys.
or yeah.
It's indoctrination, years and
Yeah.
years of indoctrination. That's how scary it is.
No,
When you
you're right. You are
they
so
can
Danielle, you're
radicalize
right.
them.
Oh my
They
God. Let me tell you, that's why my Donnie got in here. Do you
yeah,
understand? They waited for his time. Do you
yeah.
understand this? They don't even understand. Do y'all? I mean, I know y'all probably already know, but how is it that a mayor and a governor gets sworn in under the Quran?
That's
right.
That is
that's what's over saying. That's
that
ridiculous.
that is so disrespectful to our country.
Yes,
To
yes.
every military person, every veteran that went and fought for our country, for that to happen, that is so disrespectful. It has to
That's
be some time, whereas though we're gonna have to change some things. That can't. I don't know what to do, but that cannot happen no more.
yeah,
That
because
No, like it cannot happen, and it's not gonna
no.
happen. I believe that the midterm. I believe that the state of Illinois is gonna be a red sweep for these midterms. I believe that. eh, I believe that a lot of red seats will be given, and the reason why is um because a lot of people, especially in Chicago, they are scared.
mm-hmm.
They are this. This isn't normal.
Mm-mm.
They don't have any answers. As much as they want to call me and Danielle provocateurs, and we go down there to City Hall and we're disrespectful and all those things, we ain't lying about nothing.
Yeah, there you go.
We're not lying about nothing, and they can't give you no answers. All they give you is Trump is a racist. Okay, we get it. Trump is a racist, but Flossmoor Mayor said that y'all owe them $163 million.
We Trump is the
Deal
racist,
with that.
but we're in a $40 billion deficit that they lied to you and told you. Zoe told you all she stopped counting in 2023, was it, or 2024, at 2.2 billion
Yeah,
on illegals.
on the legal immigrants in the city of Chicago, I stopped at $2.2 billion.
What year?
It was 2024. It was like a month before I went on the Breakfast Club. I had to
So
listen.
she told
I got the. I watched. I counted. Like they were. I couldn't stop counting it.
yeah.
That's
And
right.
Zoe told you all that. Now we told you all. Now
Mhm.
it comes out because they've been lying. We knew it was more than $1 billion difference. They've been lying and separate audit, well, investigated company. I don't know if they what's the net right name for them, if it was auditors or something like that, came out and told the real deficit. $41 billion. Chicago is in a $41 billion deficit.
No,
I mean,
$41.9 billion deficit.
okay, $41.9 billion. Let me round it off to almost 50 million.
Billion. B
Oh,
as in a boy.
I kept saying I meant to say that million.
Billion.
Billion.
I know. I said, okay, that's what I meant. Billion.
Billion.
That's what
Oh
I
Yeah.
yeah,
meant.
yeah, yeah,
Billion.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, if I said million, sorry
No.
guys. That's what I meant. 41.9, but $billion. We just
Hmm.
posted it. So come on, guys. Deficit.
We got to
Not a
do something.
1.5 billion. We have 41.9 billion dollar deficit. So we keep
Well,
telling y'all
what it is,
we
this
gotta
is.
save Chicago and Illinois.
Yeah.
When we keep saying that,
Yeah.
we mean that we're in a dire situation. And if
Yes.
you all keep voting the same way, it's over for you. Might as well just pack up and go leave. And the real estate don't want to because you're gonna vote Democrat there. So you better just get yourself together and get Tedora in, vote
Yeah.
Tedora in because
Yeah.
people like what it is, guys. Let me just say that Tedora talk. God is raising up real people, not
Yeah.
fake people, not people that's in these sororities and fraternities, these
Yep.
organizations.
Yep.
He's raising up real people who have a
Mhm.
heart for him and he's called to really make change. It's not going to compromise.
Yes.
And when you get your orders from him, that's why the door says she can't stop. Because
Right.
when you get your orders from him, we understand that it's spiritual warfare and we
Mhm.
understand that we are beholden to God and we can't stop because he won't let us. When you sleep, he it's something
Yeah.
inside you that
Yeah.
won't let you rest. So
Yep.
we understand that. And these are the people he had woken up his children, telling them, okay, this I saved you for such a time as this.
Mhm.
Now it's time for you to do everything that I saved you for. This is the time right now.
Yes,
And
it
we
is.
gotta do it.
Mhm.
No matter if we're scared, if we don't
Yep.
feel like we're good enough, if we don't
Mhm.
feel like we don't have time for that
No.
because
No.
we just got to go and act because it's that important right now because we're in a spiritual warfare and God, the ones he chose, we
Yep.
got to act now. We cannot, it's our turn.
It. We have been chosen. And that's what people have to understand. And when God said it, his word would not be returned void. It's just that
Yeah.
simple. No matter what, all these devices, all of these
Mhm.
satanic, all these mites and heights, all these different spirits that's trying to come to distract us.
She,
It won't
this
no.
lady has this. She asked you 45 questions. So I would like to make sure.
Oh yeah,
What
we
does
got
this
to,
woman stand for, and why we vote for her? Now I put her. She asked about your policies earlier. She probably missed when you was talking about why you're
why
not giving all your power, why you're not giving your sauce out. But I did put your website out here.
Okay.
But what this woman wants to know, what does this woman stand for and why should they vote for you?
Well, the first thing I stand for is I
Well,
am
wait, what are you running as? Because a lot of people did ask that too, even though
I'm running as United States Congress for the
11th district.
House of Representatives for the 11th district. So if you
okay.
are if you're in DuPage, if you are in McHenry, if you are in Lake County, if you are in Cook County, a portion of Cook, if you are in DeKalb County, if you are in Kane County, if you are in Boone County, those are also Will County. Will County also is my district. I have a little bit of that as well. So these are the counties that our district actually covers, and it's so gerrymandered.
Mhm.
It is so gerrymandered that I've been traveling so much from. I mean, sometimes it takes 2 hours to get to these different places, but if I always say this is just preparing me for what I have
Mhm.
to do, even with the challenge, right? With me going in front of the appellate court and, you know, going in front of judicial review and doing all this is nothing but preparation. So I even tell my attorney, you know what, we have to just trust the process. That as long as we get there, because we're going to get there. And that's the thing. So I stand on Christian conservative values. We stand on pro-choice. You have to be able to pick your own education system. Don't allow the government to get in your business, right? I'm totally 100% against abortions. I do not believe in abortions. I don't care. I'm not saying that I don't care about the parent, but what I am saying is that once it's a seed, it is given a life and a chance to live. And I say that because if you have a loved one that you, even especially with losing a child, I understand the strength that it brings of having a baby. There's so many there. Did you guys see the Trump RX that he just introduced for women that the prescription drugs that's going to help these women that can't have kids, lower the prices? I know people that had to go through, fertility, drugs to have babies, people asking people, can they have the baby for them? They don't want to do it. And God allowed that to happen. So, I'm 100%, I'm not for abortion at all, period. I cannot, I don't agree with that. I am also, we need to cut our federal taxes. That's another thing. We literally need to cut our federal taxes. I'm going to say this, and because I don't know how much time we have left, but I'm going to say we need someone who is not afraid to go forth and speak, regardless of what's going on in this world. Do not compromise your faith. Do not compromise whatever you see in the natural. We're doing something else in the spirit. Everybody already know that this is just what the scripture says, be ye transformed for the renewing of your mind, right? And I'm saying that because if we can just get, and we can all pray. They had the national prayer breakfast the other day, right? You had Jonathan Jackson getting up there praying. It was not no division, right? There was no division. Even though he's a Democrat, right? He was standing next to Speaker Mike Johnson. Prayer is going to change everything. And this is the only reason why that video popped up. Do you see how the enemy comes in? He comes in. They just showed a national prayer with the Democrat and the Republicans together at this prayer breakfast. I mean, it was a decent thing to see. Something that we haven't seen in a long time.
And he gave America back to God.
And then all of a sudden, the next day, they try to bring up this whole
Obama
situation. But of course, they only show a portion of it instead of showing the entire video. That's another thing too. You have to be able to know the entire truth on things before you're able to judge one thing. It's not going to work. So right now, I've been saying this. I'm going to continue to say this. The Republican Party need a voice, and I am the voice. I am the true patriot that's going to be able to get the crossover votes. I'm going to be able to go against the incumbent, whichever incumbent, whether it's the 11th district, 6th district, 5th district, whichever district. We are here to take back our land, take back our country, and to make sure that we bring God back into our country. This is
law and order. And law and order. Exactly. Y'all behind out here.
Yeah, they can't buy me. I can't be bought. I can be taught though. They can teach me some people can teach me some things, but I definitely can't be bought. That was.
Someone asked, what about if it was abortion because of health issues or rape, or somebody asked them.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing to ask. But as I stated before, and I'm going to continue to say that, once you conceive, you exceed. And there's various programs that, have you ever heard of Illinois Family Action and the pro-life abortion?
I heard about the pro-life.
So they I've been to their classes as well too, and they do very good because they explain to you on how, if you have been raped or incest or whatever the case may be, that once you hear their heartbeat, that's true. Totally different. You may be you may be experiencing no depression or whatever the case may be, but once you hear that heartbeat, and I can attest to that because I got pregnant at 17, right? And I didn't know what to do. I could have aborted my baby, but I didn't. And I knew that at that time I had to take the initiative to push for her, to push everything for her, because this is my responsibility. And once they have the babies, it's a totally different thing. Some
Yeah.
want the baby, some don't, because they can't provide for them. So I always say this now, when you go to the abortion clinic, or when someone goes to the abortion clinic, we need to have a program that's going to explain to them what an abortion can do to your uterus, because they don't understand. This is not the end. You're not the first person. We have to have an advocacy at the abortion clinic, not just out there protesting, but providing the correct literature, for the people, not just out there with a bullhorn. There's a way that you have to actually introduce yourself to people for them to be able to listen.
Right.
And if we can come up with something with that when it comes down to abortion, we just pray. I just always just say, we just pray to God that in the instance of something like that, that they do the right thing.
Well, maybe about implementing more funds to go to programs like that.
Yes.
So they don't steal them. The problem is
more, because
they
going to Planned Parenthood, but not to introduce no. See, that's the thing. They don't want us to introduce advocacy. Explain to them what can happen to your body if you have an abortion. But they'll come and say, well, you know what? You can have this abortion real quick. They go to money, Medicaid gonna pay for it, or whatever it is, and you're good to go. Don't worry about it. But then they want to talk about there's a shortage in children. Of course, because you have people that's coming from out of state to Illinois to kill kids, to abort babies.
Yeah.
And they also need to understand that, what do we know? That fornication, when you're fornicating, when you're out here doing what you're not supposed to do, a grown-up thing, it leads to what? These type of things. You need to protect yourself if that's what you decide you want to do. But we're just the open book here. Go pop a pill, what they call the morning day after.
Day after pill.
Just pop your pill. You're good to go. You don't have to
no response. So what they do is, and this is what the devil do, is very tricky. They take the responsibility or accountability that you will have, because now you are not accountable. You just having unprotected sex, because you can go get an abortion or get the Plan B pill, but then that's how the devil do, because the setup is now you're out here having sex. Now look at the AIDS epidemic, how it's growing in Texas, in Atlanta, and it's all in the Black community. It's mostly in our community. So it's a setup for the setup. First, I take accountability away. I take education away, accountability. Now you just out here having sex because you don't. There's no consequences to that action, but then the consequences come with the diseases. Now everybody, like we were just talking, me and Zoe, that people are now making herpes where it's just it's the thing. It's nothing. Normalizing having herpes. We talked about it's a setup, and it's all when you think about what is the root and where does it come from. It don't come from God. So when you look at the policies, you got to look at the policies and who implemented the policies. And if you say you're a Christian, or if you say you believe in God, how can you align yourself with a party that pushes anti-God policies?
There you go. That's it. If it could be that simple, we will be fine. But do you know we have to pull hair, buzz people's teeth. We got to do whatever we can to try to get it out there so people can understand that. Do you understand? But one of my teams, she lives in Chicago, right? On the like on 18th and Cermak or something. And she's been, with me, and she never really understood. So by her being around, she's understanding. She said, when I walk out my door, she's about to move now. But I'm saying, she said, when she walk out her door, she said, look what the Democratic Party has done to our community. Nothing. Nothing.
Why would I sit and go back and forth with a Democrat?
That part right there. That part.
Why would I go back and forth with you?
Listen.
Block.
Long as you are with them, they'll share all your posts before they find out you're Republican, right? Oh, you're in my office, go girl. You go, girl. You do this, girl. Long as I got that one up there with no Republican on there. Soon as you get that Republican, hold on, wait. You running as a Republican? Even if you is Republican, you still running as one? Excuse me. Why would I do anything different?
Right.
Okay, why would I do anything different? First of all, there is no way that I am saying that I am a Christian and I am voting or being a Democrat. That sounds absolutely, you should think that I'm insane. But I can tell you, I've learned a lot of people ever since last year, since May, well, since it got real, I was saying August. These people, no. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. I see.
Right. I'm okay, and I'm going to continue to do what God, chose me to do until He say something different. But I will say, and I, want to end with this, that March 17th is the actual day to go out and vote. They have started early voting in most counties. Some counties are not. Some counties have not even started early voting yet because they don't want to reprint the ballots. It'll cost taxpayers money because you have that are in objection and pending statuses, so they haven't even started voting yet. I don't know if you guys have heard that yet, but yes, some are not even early voting. I do believe in voter ID.
Me too.
I believe in that 100%.
So you will be pushing that.
Oh, I'm going. Listen, we need. If we can, I believe, because especially in my district and the 11th district, that if everyone had to show their ID, we will win automatically.
Yes, we will. We would.
We have Aurora is the second largest city in Illinois. Aurora. The majority of there's a lot of illegal immigrants there.
Yeah, they said. I just said it. Yes.
There's so many. I mean, even with me, on the campaign trail, you just know they just, and that's why I can say, because I've seen it myself, that they are harboring. Even the churches are harboring them.
Yep.
They are harboring. It's plain out ridiculous. But I am going to 100% push for voter ID. As our president say, the elections is rigged.
They are.
We haven't even got to the votes yet, and look what went on with me.
Yeah, look what's going on.
It's just ridiculous. It's crazy ridiculous. But when they know that you can get it to me, I even double check I think about some of my Republicans, like, are you guys trying to sabotage the actual election? Are you trying to sabotage the election?
That's what Zoe said. Zoe said that.
I promise you. Are you guys trying to sabotage the election? Like, there has to be something that's my question. Are you guys trying to sabotage the election? Because there's no way that you have a strong individual, me or whoever, and you're not pushing for it, or you just pushing
or backing them. Yeah, and somebody
because so many Republicans on paper and out here are content with it being blue because they still getting a
cut
money.
Yep.
They still getting a cut. They still getting, so it doesn't matter. They can see here. We're out. It's political theater. You got what they hate about him, Trump, is he broke the establishment. He broke the establishment. So now that it's broken, you see the people for who they are. The Democrats and the established Republicans, right? We're seeing the established Republicans, and they're mad about it. They're mad about the influx of Black Republicans in this city. They are mad about the influx of conservative women in this city. There's Black women, and that's what this has never happened before.
No,
never happened before. And
we're gonna push.
Huh?
I said we're gonna push,
and we're gonna push, and like Danielle says all the time, we're gonna do it anyway. Yes, by any means necessary. If you guys want to support us, great. We would love for you to support us, but it's not going to stop us because we have to continue to fight. Black, but our communities are we on, man. I'm gonna say we run on fumes.
Yeah.
We running on fumes. I don't care to go back and forth about personal, because you have a personal issue with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
If you have a personal issue with him, you hate him, you don't like his personality, cool. I was talking to my aunt last night. My aunt lives in Tomball, Texas. She says, I'm not, a Trump supporter. She was like, but he was the only person that was going to be able to stop that border. She said,
That's
if
what
you would have
everybody said.
seen the thousands coming over, she said, it's unbelievable. It's something that you can't even describe. She said they would not stop coming. They would not stop coming. She said he was there to do the job.
And I'm gonna add to that. I even say stop the applications. It's over with. We need to see more of our country right now. We don't want any HB1 visas. We have enough talent over here right now that can do IT, that can do engineer, that can do farmland. We have enough. We don't need.
We have enough. Nobody else.
We
I
need
don't
to
want.
figure out who the heck is in this country.
Yes.
And this is the reason why they were asking for the information. The Democratic Party is so corrupt. They're trying to rig the elections. They're trying to stop the votes from coming in. No, we're trying to figure out who the heck is here.
Yeah, we don't want. We need to stop. Yep, stop it completely.
Stop it.
Everything. Get these people out, especially the criminals. Get these people out, and then, like you said, I think that even when it comes down to certain situations with the immigrants, like me, so it should be a case by case basis. So some things that people
get an immigration attorney. There are immigration attorneys here right now. Get your money up and hire you an immigration attorney. If you really about that life, you want to stay over here. Just like we have to hire criminal attorneys, we have to hire tax attorneys, we have to hire real estate attorneys, we have to hire attorneys. If you want to stay over here, hire you an immigration attorney. If you don't want to, then you got two options: ICE or that ticket, and then $3,000 back to where you got to go. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
No, I'm in 100% agreement with that. It's to the point where I've talking to legal immigrants when I'm out on the canvassing in the campaign trail, and they are upset.
Oh yeah,
because they feel like they've been shortcutted. Nobody wanted you. We've been standing in line all this time to pay for our food, and then somebody come and butt in front of us. We're gonna be pissed off. Right? Yeah, we're gonna be really pissed off.
And we want to thank because, and when we say this, guys, I know we say this, but when we say the Republican Party and things, guys, we're not talking about the actual people, because you all are Black, white, Asian, Hispanic. We all brothers and sisters in this.
No, we're talking about Illinois in this city right here.
We talking about the politicians.
Yeah, but this state though. For me, I'm talking about this state and how disrespectful they are when it comes to Black Republicans because of a few bad apples.
Yeah. No, you're talking about, but see, we're talking about the party, the politicians, the people in charge, and things.
But they on both sides.
They are.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you, we just had this issue last week, right? The Aurora Township GOP, Danny Suri, he put up the debate on for Mike Pierce and Jeff Walters, right? So he put this debate up, which is the two people that I'm going against. So one of my team members went to the website and called the number, right? He answered the phone, not knowing who she was. And she said, what happened to the other two candidates? And which was myself and Charlie Kim, right? He say, well, Charlie Kim is a Democrat and Tedora's dealing with an issue right now. It was for the petition challenge. But listen, I'm still on the ballot though, remember? So she comes, he didn't know that she was a part of my team. So she said, well, is it because it's funny how you guys chose the two white people to be on the debate and you took the two minorities off? You feel me? So, but listen, we didn't already went through 3 debates, and I know I overcame them. You understand what I'm saying? So to not give us that exposure and let the voters choose,
Right.
it goes back to what Zoe's saying when it comes down to Black Republicans.
I'm just starting to see it.
Yes.
It's not all like
no, it's not.
like how they say that downstate love us.
Yes, I know.
They love us, right? Like they love us. The people love us. They love us. But the Republican establishment, they cannot stand us. And
that's what I'm talking about.
And if that's not racism, then what is it?
What is it? That's all we want to know. That we've been asking this. Listen. We asked for the voter data information, right? We asked for that 3 times. We never received it. Guess when we received it? The day after the petition challenge. After the petition challenge, we was denied access. Denied access to that information until after the petition challenge. That's totally outright disrespectful.
Yeah.
It is. It's gonna have to have some decorum. Like we're gonna have like we're here. There is Black Republicans do exist in the state of Illinois, in the city of Chicago. I know, in Cook County, DuPage County, all these counties. I know it's kind of hard for y'all to see this, but I want y'all to understand. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden brought 22 illegal aliens to this country.
22 million.
And then 220 million. Sorry. I keep saying 22 illegal. I said it earlier today too. 22 million. And then 50,000 of them are in Chicago. And then half of them were put in our communities. And no, we didn't get nothing. We get you're gonna either accept it and get evicted. We're gonna take your home anyway, but you're gonna accept it. You're going to get you're going to share your resources with them, but you're not going to get any, but you're going to share the resources with them. They're going to get free education. They're going to get free healthcare. They're going to get free job training in their language. We don't care. We don't care if you don't understand what they're saying. We're going to give you everything, and you guys are going to have to just deal with it because you guys don't vote anymore. Y'all don't vote anyway.
Yep.
And we have no representation in there, right? And we don't have any attorneys.
Yep.
That's now the attorney part. I just learned that's crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing. All the divine nines, no attorneys.
No attorneys.
That's what we keep. But all the illegals got free representation. They now ACLU.
Know your rights.
Yeah, ACLU, NAACP. All those Jonathan Jackson, they had Rainbow Push Coalition, they had attorneys there for illegal aliens. So but we don't have no civil rights attorneys or nothing like that, but they have all the civil rights attorneys. That's crazy.
Yeah.
On our bill, on the civil rights bill that our ancestors died for and fought for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
why using. That's the crazy part about that. Yeah. And we okay with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it on this, but both sides are selfish. And that's how we got to where we are. There's nobody that cares about public service. There's no one that cares about humanity. There's nobody who cares about our children, our education, and how much it takes a village to take care of our children. Wow. People are not even asking the kids. I think they stopped asking them questions after COVID. To this day, I don't think they've talked to the children that COVID affected their graduations, any of those things. So like we have to get back to a place of care. In public service, and that's the type of politicians that need to be running. If you're not about the public service life, if you don't care about putting the needs of your constituents and these children first, and
Yep.
and really take care of the education crisis that we're dealing with, the mental health crisis that we're dealing with, the genocide in our communities that they never want. They want to always talk about a genocide out the country, but they don't never want to talk about this genocide that
Right
is
here.
actively happening here.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
if you're not about that life, then you don't need to run for office. You
No.
really don't need to.
No.
You need to be in office, y'all.
You don't
Run
need
Nope.
to
or
be
be
in
in office.
office. You
Yep.
don't
Yeah,
need to be in office. And it don't matter what color you are. Black,
Nope.
white,
yeah.
Asian,
No.
Hispanic, Polish, German, I don't care. Like, if you ain't about public service life and you're not dedicating your life to public service to be, and you ain't this ain't you.
This ain't for you.
You
Yep.
can't be no politician, man. You
Yep.
have to be a politician.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
think
one.
so. So, Tedora, you gotta
Thank
make
you.
sure
Huh.
you if you have the link to
To
your
the
prior
dates.
debates,
Okay.
prior debates, we're gonna put that up there. We're gonna get the ones that you're having that you're gonna be doing soon and your website so people can go and look at what your what's on your website, and they can, when you debate, they can see, and then hopefully, they can and see, what you're about,
Stand for and what I'm running on, which is
what you're
good.
running on. But
Yep.
I understand, when you said that, yeah, I understand right now, because people who don't have great policies, then they look at yours and they take yours, and
Yeah.
then that's it. Once they get your policies and they
It's
run
over.
with them,
Yep.
it's just your, yeah, I see
If
it.
you have never experienced someone taking something from you, like your freedom or something like that, then you won't understand where I'm coming from. But I will say this. I really, really want to say this. I want people to just to follow the journey. If you
Yeah,
follow the journey, you'll be able to see exactly. I am just like our president. I told you, very transparent. I'm going to speak it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to do it. I am not going to say something that I won't do or can't do, and
right.
I just won't do it. I just won't. So again, I want to thank y'all. I didn't know I was going to be on here for
Yes.
2 hours, y'all, but this is
Me,
Yeah.
good.
Thank
yeah, this
you,
is
though.
good.
Really good. I
Yeah,
really appreciate you guys. Y'all keep standing. That's why I said we can't stop. Whether it's 2 people there or whether it's 1,000 people, regardless,
that's
we
right.
still got to push forth, because the scripture also says too that it's okay. 2 by 2. Hey,
Yeah.
regardless, we're
Mhm.
going to. We are the generation that is here to make change,
Right,
Right.
right.
using principles and bringing God back to our state. That's why I said we will not allow this state to just blow up in flames, because that's where it's headed. With
Yep,
Right.
everything that is going on, we just cannot let this happen. We can't.
that's right.
We
That's
can't.
right.
So we got
That's
to
right.
continue to pray and make sure that we stand on God's principles. And like Danielle said, no compromising, none
No
at
No,
all.
compromise.
Nope.
No, and do not
no compromise.
apologize
And
if
you
you
know,
didn't do nothing.
That part
Yeah, you
right
right,
may. Yeah, if you don't
right.
apologize, do not apologize. If you did not, yeah, like I'm trying to tell you, this a slippery slope with these liberals, man. It's a
Yes.
slippery
Yes.
slope with these liberals.
Yeah, yeah.
They can do everything. They can throw.
You,
They can shoot at you. They
Spit
can
at you.
call you all types of
Whoop
words,
de
spit
whoop
at
de.
you, all that stuff. But woo,
Yes.
can't say nothing back.
Can't no.
yeah, they want you to apologize to them, but they would never apologize for what they did
Never.
or they doing. They never
No.
will. Or the media won't tell them. The media would not tell Democrats or push them. Do you apologize for what happened? Do you disown the things that have been said or done? They never do that to the
No.
Democrats or the liberals, but
Nope.
they do that to Republicans like J6.
Right.
And we always be like, yeah, we don't condone that. They said, no, we're not apologizing for anything. Listen,
Yeah, at
it is
all.
what it is. This is
That's
what
It
we
it.
is what it
believe.
is.
If you're a domestic terrorist, we're gonna call it what it is.
That's
However
right.
it is, that's what it is. Because
Yep.
you all have yet to apologize for anything
Anything.
that y'all done. So
Listen.
never.
No.
Yeah, never. Yeah.
But thank y'all so
All
much.
right,
Thank
thank
you.
y'all.
I
Okay.
appreciate
All
y'all. Thank
hands
y'all
on
so much.
deck.
All hands
All
on deck,
hands on
y'all.
deck.
All
Thank
right.
you, everybody, for joining us. And thank you, everyone. Have a great night. Good night. We love you.
Peace, peace.
Yes.